Hi folks, Shane here with Shane's Premier League Prediction Show for match week 34. A bit of a shorter show this week as I've had a busy day today. I'll give you my score predictions for the weekend. I've gone for a 2-0 victory for Chelsea over Southampton at St Mary's in the first game tomorrow. I've gone for Burnley to beat Leicester 2-1. I've gone for Crystal Palace to beat Brighton 2-0. Huddersfield, I reckon, will beat Watford 1-0. Swansea, I think it'll edge the game against Everton 1-0 also. And then the evening kick-off tomorrow sees Liverpool take on Bournemouth. I've gone for a 4-0 win for Liverpool. Then there's also a later game that sees Spurs take on Manchester City at 7:45 at Wembley Stadium. I've gone for a 3-0 victory for Spurs, as Manchester City have been on a wretched run lately. But by the way, this won't affect them winning the league, I'd imagine at this stage. I think they've it wrapped up. On to Sunday's fixtures now. I've gone for a 1-0 victory for Newcastle over Arsenal. I've gone for a 4-0 victory for Manchester United against West Brom. And then Monday's match sees West Ham take on Stoke. I've gone for a 2-0 victory to West Ham here. And then there's also a few midweek games taking place, as teams need to catch up with those who played a few weeks ago, while others were playing FA Cup matches. So these are the fixtures for midweek, and my predictions. Brighton are taking on Spurs. I've gone for a 2-0 victory for Spurs. Bournemouth and Manchester United. I've gone for 2-1 victory to Manchester United on Wednesday evening. Burnley take on Chelsea. I've gone for a 2-1 victory to Chelsea. And the final game then for this game week takes place on Thursday. Leicester take on Southampton, and I've gone for a 2-0 victory for Leicester in this one. So now I'll move on to my Super 6 predictions for tomorrow. I've gone for a 2-1 victory for Burnley over Leicester, 1-0 victory for Huddersfield over Watford, a 2-0 victory for Crystal Palace over Brighton, a 1-0 victory for Swansea over Everton, and then there's two championship games taking place in Super 6 this week. I've gone for a 2-0 victory for Derby County over Burton Albion, and the final match this week in the Super 6 offering is Norwich and Cardiff City. I've gone for a 2-1 victory to Cardiff in that one. So now on to the final part of the show for this week, and that sees me give you my Fantasy Premier League picks. I have Pope in goal, the Burnley goalkeeper. He has a double game week this week. He's at home to Leicester and at home to Chelsea. I have Koscielny then at the back for Arsenal, and then Eric Bailly also has a double game week, West Brom and Bournemouth. Sacco, and then on to my midfield. Mane, Zaha, Pogba, another double game week there. West West Brom and Bournemouth for Pogba, and Salah then is my captain this week. Chicharito, the West Ham striker, is up front along with Olivier Giroud. He also has a double game week against Southampton and Burnley. And Firmino then makes up my team for this week, the Fantasy Premier League. Thanks for watching. If you've liked my predictions, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe and comment and all the rest of it. And if you have any predictions, suggestions, don't be afraid to put them in the comments box. I'd like to see other people's thoughts and opinions. No problem there. All the best. Take care. Have a nice weekend.